Today I'm excited because this guy has built a sales organization that's been able to do over $400 million in revenue in just the last 3 years in a whole new market. I've got Danny Bae. What's up, man?
Good to see you, Ryan. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I got my bald co-host, Brian Davila.
There we go.
Good
What
to
up,
see you,
Danny?
Ryan.
Yeah, there he is. So, bro, you're not like a big podcast guy, but you're doing a lot of business stuff. So I'm excited to have more guys like you who are just like in the trenches that no one knows about, because you guys see the world differently than us, gurus.
Well, with watching you guys' podcast, you learn a lot. But as we're building the business in the field, you're right. We don't interact anybody outside of the business. So we're having business conversations, coaching ideas all the time, but it's on personal basis or with sales organization. It's never outside of the organization.
Yeah. So I think it's so fascinating because you said the company that brought you on had done like $2 billion in Korean skincare, which is like huge in Korea. My wife is half Korean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she still has like all these crazy Korean creams and she might have one, honestly. Now that I think about it. But, you said they brought you on because you've been doing this for the last 20 plus years, building these sales organizations. And they wanted you to lead their entire operation outside of Korea.
Correct.
And now you guys have already done like 400 million in sales just in the last 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a very unique situation because when I heard their story that in first 5 years, from 2018 to 2022, they done over $2 billion in sales in this small country of Korea, which is 50 million population, right? All the way up north of South Korea to south of South Korea, the distance is shorter than Vegas to LA.
Whoa.
So it's a small country, right? So
it's got to be dense then.
It's dense. I mean, Seoul City, you got over 10 million people in that small city from probably Summerlin to Henderson distance, right? And it's when they gave me a call and they said, hey, we want to do business outside of Korea, but they've never done it. They don't know the language. They don't know the culture, and which is, it's different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even you see successful companies from America expanding to other countries and they fail because American way doesn't work in other countries. Same way, Korean way is not going to work in other countries. And for me, I've been fortunate because I was born and raised in Korea, moved to Las Vegas when I was 14, grew up here. And, past 15 years, I've done business in Korea and United States and multiple countries and speaking both languages, understanding both cultures. And it was really God preparing me for such a unique opportunity. We've been working with them last 3-4 years, and we officially launched our first expansion outside of Korea, March of 2023. And past 3 years, we opened up 16 countries, and we've done a little over $400 million in sales outside of Korea in the last 3 years. And just like you said, Korean skincare, it's trending, it's very popular, it's highly respected, and it's been very interesting to work in this industry now.
That's crazy. So I'm like, where do you even begin? Like, you have this department that's doing nothing yet, and you're gonna go to different countries too. You're like, this thing works in Korea, and they already got that on lockdown. They don't need me for that. But like, where do you even begin? Did you just come to the US and you're like, I'm gonna build a sales force? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. So we set up 2 parts, right? You set up the corporate team. We brought on a general manager who had a lot of experience in American skincare and direct sales space, right? So she was a president of a North American skincare company for 2-3 years. They were already doing over $1 billion a year. And, she had 15-year experience. So we brought her on as a general manager and chief marketing officer for United States so we could localize the brand, to make sure that it's accepted with American consumers. And after that is all building sales channels, building systems in place, running events and leadership development to build sales teams that will either sell online as an influencer or, sell through different spas and med spas and, different beauty salons or boutique stores or, doing person-to-person direct sales, through a different sales channel to generate revenue.
So when you say direct sales, are you just saying, hey, it's all person to person?
Person to person, or also small businesses that you could sell it through small businesses.
Yeah, because I have always sold, I never have done direct sales. I have just always been like, I'm going to make ads, I'm going to make content, I'm going to just reach the masses. They'll fill out an app or buy direct, online and we'll just do it that way, right? And then like I have all these guys who have built these massive teams of salespeople, whether they were like network marketing, whether they're door to door and just pure grit, just going out and meeting people.
Right.
So you guys did it that way.
Right. No advertising, everything, connection. Obviously, people may do some advertising on social media on their personal accounts, but as a company, we haven't done any advertising outside of Korea.
Dang. Why haven't you guys done advertising outside of Korea?
Well, I think when you have the direct sales compensation piece to the business model, it's to protect their opportunity, right? When companies directly marketing to the consumers, a lot of the salespeople feel like the opportunity is being taken away from them because obviously the marketing power and marketing budget is going to be much stronger, for the company if company were to start marketing that way. So they keep the opportunity to make sure that all the sales is coming through the sales channel. Doesn't matter if they're selling online or in person, person to person, or through a different,
They don't want to compete with their sales reps.
That's basically what it is. Yeah.
How many sales reps do you guys have now over in your department?
Well, outside of Korea, we've built a little over 260,000.
260,000 people selling this stuff. That's nuts.
Many of them are part-time.
Right,
More than 90% of them are part-time. They fell in love with the product. They said, if I'm going to use the product anyways, might as well get some cash back for what I'm using, as well as share with my friends and family and create an account. It's like an affiliate account that they're creating. Yeah.
What the heck?
It seems like, because people will always say with network marketing and stuff that like nobody makes money. But I'm like, I don't know, dude. They sold $400 million worth of product. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, and
sold.
Company pays over 50% of the sales revenue as commissions. So,
Wow.
In the last 3 years, that's over $200 million in commissions paid through our partners. And some of them are making extra $500, $100, $200 very part-time. And some people are making great full-time career out of it. Yeah.
How do you guys recruit these salespeople?
Are they all Koreans?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Both good questions. To answer Ryan's question first, initially they were all Koreans.
Oh, okay.
Because even when we first came out to the United States, no one knew about us in the United States. However, it was already a famous brand in Korea.
It's big in Korea.
So since there are a couple million Korean Americans, they already had friends and family using the products in Korea. They've seen the success of the products, testimonials from Korea. So they wanted to be the first to get involved. So that's how we started it. But very quickly, we've expanded into, the local markets.
Got it.
And almost every country we're operating, I would say more than 95% of the participants are local population. So in Taiwan, 95% of our distributors are all local Taiwanese people. Now,
Interesting.
how they recruit is, it's really friends referring other friends, so it's person to person, word of mouth. They get introduced to the opportunity. They start off by sharing the product. If they like the product, you let them know that, hey, there's a way to create an account yourself, for you to also get some cash back. Or if you introduce some other people, you could actually make a little bit of money to maybe offset the cost of buying the product.
Interesting.
So that's how it's all word of mouth advertising. But we do a lot of trainings. There's a whole onboarding system, launching business system. We teach them how to recruit. We teach them how to get customers. We run events. We hold conventions. We have a convention coming up in August at the MGM. We'll have about 4,000 people there.
Wow.
And that's just for our U.S. distributors coming together. And we go through every component of the business. We train our distributors.
You know what people don't know, and maybe you don't know this, but like a lot of these big guys that we've seen on social media came from network marketing. Like PBD was network marketing with insurance. Ed Milet, same deal. Jeremy Minor was also in that world for like decade plus.
Wow.
So like they all cut their teeth like network marketing and doing these events and recruiting and everything else. And it's like, it's fascinating for me to see because I've just never been in that world. Yeah. And then we interview all these other guys. Door to door is the same kind of deal.
I think one of the unique things about the whole network marketing, door to door, direct sales business model is because when you talk about, okay, if it's car sales or financial planning, people that are going to apply for those jobs and entering into that career path, they're intentionally getting into sales job. right? And they're mentally preparing to get into sales job. If it's real estate sales, mortgage broker, whatever it may be. But door to door or direct sales or network marketing, a lot of times they were never planning to be in sales, so they didn't have any background in sales, no knowledge in sales, and they're getting introduced by their friends and family. So the training program has to get them open-minded to being open-minded to becoming a salesperson.
Yeah.
And you're teaching them from the very basic, from bottom down, of who never sold anything before. You're teaching them how to sell. So I think that's why a lot of them, like you said, Ed Millett or Patrick Beth David, Jeremy, I know, they're all they're sales training experts because they come from—
That's all they did.
Yeah, that's all they did.
They just recruited and sold.
For 10, 20 years, and all they were doing is
I know that's how
recruiting and
Ed
training.
got so good at speaking.
Yeah.
Because he literally just did events and, these recruiting things for his whole career.
The whole insurance sales network marketing organization. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why did that company pick you to start? The
I was
US?
like,
No offense.
a lot of people.
Yeah, like I'm trying to understand your background.
Yeah, Brian, good question. Well, first of all, I think I got very lucky.
Okay.
Because I was not by my choice, not by my good doing. God just created my life that way. I was born and raised in Korea. I moved here when I was 14.
The only choice.
You were the only Korean.
So speaking Korean wasn't by my choice. Understanding Korean culture wasn't by my choice. And there are not that many business development experts that speak both languages that actually built a 9-figure business in both markets, especially in the direct sales space. Right.
So you did this before.
I did. So this is
You
my—
just hire him off the street. Bro, we want to build $1 billion. Let's get this guy.
This guy speaks Korean. You're in. Good skin. You're in.
Prior to that, I've spent 20 years in direct sales, business development, but nothing to do with skincare. It was more telecommunications, utility resale, and virtual reality. So it was more service-oriented type of direct sales. But I think the concept of building sales team, training them, system, process, leadership, events, it's 90% same. It's just—
Wow.
What do you think? In today's real estate market, it is really difficult to find cash flow, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. For this reason, I'm a huge fan of wholesaling real estate right now specifically. It's the strategy that I'm using in my real estate investing business, and it's what all of our students at Wealthy Investor are doing as well. And we give you everything that you need to start your wholesaling business and have the same exact system that I have. You get the motivated seller leads, the same softwares, the same systems, processes, and one-on-one coaching and support. We'll show you step by step how you can get started today and get your first deal in 30 days or less. So go to wealthyinvestor.com today. Think about these direct sales guys who do like solar and pest control. He's really interested in that.
Well, I think solar direct sales guys did extremely well from what I've heard. I haven't been involved, but I have a lot of friends who's done extremely well in past few years. But obviously with a lot of regulations and the market changing and the tax credit and things that changed, past several months, a lot of them are slowing down or, transitioning into doing something else. But I think for that window of time, I think they killed it.
Yeah, they did great.
It was, for one transaction, they were making so much money that was not possible in selling nutrition or skincare.
You're not selling lotion.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
And a lot of the pitch with the tax credit and, a lot of benefits. They were able to pitch as not much cash out of pocket, right? And they were able to approach it as savings.
Yeah.
Instead of spending money. So I think it was a huge opportunity for a few years. Right now I'm hearing mixed reports.
Got it.
Yeah.
How did you guys grow did you start before COVID or after COVID?
It was right after. So end of 2022 is when we started the preparation and launched in 2023. But for the company in Korea, it was incredible because they grew during COVID.
Oh.
It was 2018 to 2022, the prime of global pandemic, but they were still able to grow and they grew from 0 to 500 million a year business on their 4th year.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
Pretty
It's a
crazy.
huge business.
Yeah.
The thing that's crazy to me about the direct sales business is as a marketer, I have to take all the risk and spend money on ads. And, I hope my sales guys convert and, all that good stuff. And then in your model, it's like, there's not really a lot of risk. I mean, at the end of the day, get a bunch of people, 260,000 of them.
That's a lot.
And, the ones that produce, great. If they don't produce, it is what it is, but it just seems like a lot of work in my mind to find all these people.
Yeah.
It is a lot of work. And I think, you nailed it, Ryan. It's like most business owners, to be an entrepreneur, it's a big risk. It's a big commitment. And you have to be the one to, pay for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I ran my own business for 3 years, I mean, we were responsible for cutting checks every single day, right?
Yeah.
And we spent millions of dollars trying to expand, so as a direct sales company, yes, company has to do it. Company owner has to do it. They still hire hundreds of employees, and, they have corporate offices and logistic and product manufacturing. All these things cost a lot of money, but companies doing it. For individual distributors, as a sales agent, but that also has the opportunity to earn 1099 income, entrepreneur, because they don't have a limit on how much they can make.
Yeah.
They could literally enter in with no financial risk.
And that's what I've realized too about a lot of these direct sales guys. Dude, some of these guys, they have no clue. All they have to do is sell, and they're making 7 figures.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't realize, man, when you can go and have that much upside and not take all the other crap and risk that comes with running the business, it's a pretty good career.
It's a good career. I obviously have a lot of friends in the space past 25 years. For me, this is the only industry I've really committed on in the past 25 years outside of, side investing and things in real estate and stocks and such. And I've seen so many people's lives changed, and one of the conversation pops up often is, what percentage of the people succeed in that business model? And I tell people all the time, success is different for everybody, right? If someone is getting started as a stay-at-home wife and they're raising kids and all they want to do is make extra $500 a month so they could, go out for a nice dinner or maybe do nicer things for their kids, a couple of times a month. If that's all they want to do and that's how they're taking advantage of the business model, that's a success for them.
Mm-hmm.
If someone wants to make full-time income of $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, or $100,000, whatever it may be, the sky's the limit for the right companies in the right industries with the right programs. It takes time. You're right. It's a lot of work, right? You're not managing 5, 10 people. You have to build a community, build a system where you're working with hundreds of people, thousands of people. It's a lot of work, but if they could learn the basic skills and actually go through the process of building it, there's a tremendous upside. It's a huge industry,
Yeah. How does it work for a guy like you? I mean, you're at the very top of this chain. You get paid based on revenue, based on how many people you recruit. How does it work for you?
Yeah, it's based on sales revenue. Yeah. So, and that's, I've worked in this similar role with my previous business. So I've been in this very similar structure for past about 15, 16 years. And I love it. I love it. The fact that only way that I could earn is if the business succeeds first, right? So it's like being a partner with the company, but like you said, without me taking the risk.
Yeah, you don't have the risk anymore.
I used to.
You said you almost lost it all before this company.
It's true. Yeah. So I had a great 19-year career in this space, and we built a great life. I'm local here in Vegas. We have multiple properties. We have a lot of money put away. I have 3 kids. They're all teenagers now. All 3 kids in high school now.
Nice.
And I thought I had all the portfolio built and things set up for the kids for the future. When a year before COVID happened, I had a very bad separation with the company that I've spent 16, 17 years with.
Oh,
and it was devastating because at the time I was maybe financially ready, but emotionally I wasn't ready.
Really?
To separate because I never saw myself not doing what I was working on.
Oh.
I thought that was going to go on for a very long time. So when that happened, I moved very quickly and started my own company with some of friends. And, we spent 3 years and we invest millions of dollars. And literally 1 month after we launched the company, COVID happened. So everything costed more, right?
Yeah.
The shipping costed 3-4 times more. It took longer. hiring costed more.
Mhm.
Opening up bank accounts in other countries was more difficult. So going through that process for 3 years, I've sold all our real estate portfolio,
Dang.
literally invested millions of dollars,
Wow.
especially being in a very expensive tech space of virtual reality, content producing, and things like that. And it's really God saved me. When I still was committed to make that work after 3 years because we were all in. And I received a phone call, which was not what I expected. But it's this skincare company wanting to expand, and everything makes sense. And their vision was bigger than what I could have done on my own. And I thought, if everything works perfectly from where I'm at now, maybe 5, 10 years from now, I could be in their position.
Mm.
So if they want me to come on board and help them expand, that's something I could do a better job at, than me risking everything and continue to operate. And that's how I ended up joining them. And it was single greatest business decision, but I know that it was, God preparing me through it and having me go through it to be in that position to partner with this company.
So you didn't even apply for the role?
No, they reached out. I mean, Korea is going back to what you were saying earlier, Korea is a small country, especially in the space of who speaks English and Korean, who's built over hundreds of millions of dollar business in both markets.
Just get a random call from a huge corporation.
And who understands culture in both markets. I mean, you could literally handpick them.
Wow.
And and my journey of
you and this other guy.
You need to have Mindy paying attention to her phone calls, because they could be huge business deals.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Don't ignore these,
Yeah. If you get a call from Korea, pay attention.
Yeah. It's fun. And I guess, being passionate about what you're doing is always important in making business work, right? And being Korean American, I always worked with American brand and American company and expanded overseas. And I was proud to bring American brand to Korea back in the days.
Yeah.
But this time around, it's the opposite. It's a Korean brand wanting to expand overseas, and I get to do that. So everywhere I go, I'm not just talking about this company and the product. I get to talk about Korea. I get to promote Korea culture. I get to talk about K-pop and K-drama and K-animation and K-beauty as a K-movement. And I'm passionate about talking about it.
Nice.
So,
Austin was telling me the BTS guys.
I am friends with one of the members, and I'm some of the management team, for many years, for the past 8-9 years before they got really big here. So I've been fortunate to go to all their concerts in US. Their the Billboard Award and Grammys, and so it's been fun. And we do have them coming to Vegas for their tour this weekend on the 23rd, 24th,
It's this
27th,
weekend?
28th. Yeah, it's this weekend.
Oh crap!
Allegiant Stadium, 4 concerts, all sold out. All within literally 15 minutes when the tickets were available.
Wow.
They just had concert last week in Mexico City, which President of Mexico invited them to do 3 concerts in Mexico. Stadium sits 50,000 people. All 3 concerts sold out in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Last concert, 50,000 people in the stadium, 70,000 people outside of the stadium listening. Literally streets blocked off.
Wow.
120,000 people at the concert. I mean, they're crazy.
That's crazy.
You know what's funny? So, we usually just have worship music and stuff at the house. And all of a sudden, this literally happened 2 weeks ago. Olivia goes, "Can you turn on BTS?" And I was like, where'd you learn about BTS? She's like, grandma's. And not my Korean grandma, but her white grandma.
No way.
And I was like, grandma watches BTS? And Olivia's like, I want to hear Swim. It's like a new song they have.
Yeah.
It's a good song. And I'm just like, since when I'm so confused at what's happening right now. And like, can I watch, can you turn on Swim? So, we started watching and stuff. And now for the last 2 weeks, we've been on this K-pop train. And I go, there's like a girl version of BTS. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, they're called Twice. And so I turn it on for them or for her. And she's just like mesmerized by these girls, just like dancing and going nuts. And I'm just like, oh boy, this is a thing. And I was like, and then I'm explaining to her, because she's 5. I'm like, you're Korean. This is what they do. And
it's just in your blood.
Yeah, this is what they do.
Yeah.
Your mom dances like this. She used to. And she's like, huh? And I'm like, that's why they all look the same.
You guys get a definite, when kids get a little older,
Yeah.
it would be worth taking a nice trip out to Korea.
Oh, for sure.
And when you guys do, I will help you guys set things up. I used to bring my kids there every year. Well, even last year we went, but my oldest is graduating this year, and she said, "Dad, can we not? I want to hang out with my friends.
Can we not go to Korea?
Because we usually go for like a month, you know,
Oh, wow,
when we go
that's a
during
long
summertime.
Dang.
And we, you know, from Korea, it's fun because you could fly to Japan in 2 hours.
Right.
Taiwan's 2 hours. Hong Kong's 3 hours.
Wow.
So you could do a lot of country hopping when you're in Asia. And of course, being in Vegas, you have direct flight to Korea. So it's pretty easy to go there. But
Dang, there's direct from Vegas to Korea.
so the best way to get to Asia from here is to go through Korean Air.
How long's the flight?
About 10 and a half hours.
That's not as bad as I thought.
It's not as bad. Plus, the time is perfect. It's like 11:50 p.m. flight, gets there at 5 a.m. So as long as you could get on the plane, a little tired,
Yeah.
eat, sleep, you
You're
wake
there.
up, it's in the morning, and you.
Dude, that's not
it's
bad at
perfect.
all.
Wow.
I flew to the Philippines. It was 24 hours.
Wow.
Because there's no direct flight either, right? You have
No.
to probably go through LA, San
That's
Francisco.
brutal.
Oh, I can't even remember where we stopped. I got recognized in the Philippines.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I
That's
was like,
crazy.
they're like, you're the real estate guy. I was like, it was like multiple people.
It was probably VAs.
I hired them.
They work for like Carlos Reyes or somebody. That's funny.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Yeah, that's nuts. Dude, you know, I actually had a call with the team today for our meetings, and I was like, you know, how can we start marketing more without having to spend so much money, right? Because that's every marketer's dilemma where I spend money to get leads. And I was like, okay, I was thinking for M19 in the golf, and I was like, you know, I got some different ideas that I can do. What if we started a caddy network, direct sales with the caddies? Because you can't caddy unless it's like a nice course and everything else. So I'm like, what if I infiltrate the caddies and get like a head caddy who recruits all of his caddy buddies? And then, you know, they're golfing with rich people every day. They tell them about M19, and then like we go give him a rip of every sale.
Yeah.
And then he can build his little downline of caddies. I'm like, and these guys, this would be the most money they ever make, like making a sale.
For sure. I think that's a great idea. I mean,
I just don't know how to like mobilize all these people.
How do I get their numbers?
I'm just like, my idea would be I'd make a post on IG, caddies.
Yeah. If you're a caddy, hit me
You
up.
want, I'm going to run ads. Dude, if you're a caddy, and you
Yeah.
want, that's how I would do it, honestly. I'm joking, but I'd be like, yo, if you're a caddy and you want to make extra money,
Yeah.
show up to this webinar and I'll tell you about the opportunity.
Yeah.
yeah.
And build a caddy downline.
Yeah. How does that work? Like
Well,
network marketing. How does that work?
That's how.
Well,
it
tell me how to
starts,
fix this.
right?
I don't care about how it works in general.
Yeah.
How would I do this?
Well, I think first of all,
Do I need a Korean caddy who speaks English and what?
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
I need to do?
yeah, I think first of all, I think that's a great idea. You know, having caddies to basically what they're doing is they're selling for you and giving you referrals, right?
Yep.
And if you could have them do that in a community, in a group, and you have recognition attached to it, you have extra bonuses for top performers attached to it. I mean,
On the
that's
caddy call.
right.
Yeah.
Like, at the MG.
You're at so high with all the guys surrounded you.
You know, and that's what drives. You know, that's what drives the channel, right? It's the recognition.
Yeah.
You know, it's the promotions, right? You know, it's the.
The top caddies are getting recognized.
But in the beginning, it starts with running ads and, you know, getting couple individuals that are, you know, influencer
in the caddies.
in the community, right? And once they get in there and you give them an opportunity to get an override, and that's what network marketing is. They get to build a network and they can market through the network. That's what it is.
Typically, how much should the override be?
It really depends. If you're planning to pay, you know, 1 generation, 2 generation, or multiple different generations. So it depends on the model and how much margin you have. You could go from anywhere between 30 to 50% of what you're willing to commit as a sales commission, you know, into the overriding structure for leadership, right? So, you know, I mean, it's a deeper conversation to go into if you're, you know, really trying to plan out.
I'm dead serious.
structure.
Yeah. How much is your product again?
10K to join.
So 10K. Like on a 10K, what do you think is a fair
What should I give these
referral
caddies?
fee.
Well,
Because I'm still going to have to send them to a sales rep and approve them. And like,
Right.
they can't sell it direct.
so I think it depends on how much budget you have, and currently you're paying in sales. And if you could look at what is my marketing budget, ad budget, and I'm going to be spending that.
It
you know,
usually
into
costs me
Pineda,
$2,000 to $3,000
Yeah.
to get a customer with ads.
Then I will probably put a 2,000 to 3,000
Just treat them like an ad.
structure. Exactly.
And
Because and the beautiful thing about network marketing, sales channel bringing you volume is in ads, you spend it first.
Yeah.
And you
This is guaranteed.
exactly. You only spend money when they actually bring you transaction.
Right.
So you spend it after the sales is done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the beauty of it. But obviously you got to ignite the starting activities, which you already have with your influence, and you guys met a lot of caddies.
I do need to. I need to get like dude. You know what I'm gonna start doing? So I mean, this happened at Pebble and Pinehurst, where the caddies reached out to me on IG. They're like, "Hey, I saw you're coming to Pebble. Can we caddy for you? I'll get all my boys together." But I never thought about having them promote and build a downline until now. And I'm just like, I wonder if I ran ads to caddies, like what would happen?
What if you just start at your local club and pitch them on it first?
I just don't want to piss off my local club.
Yeah.
So
A starter guy?
yeah, like I don't care. Like either way, like I'm my local club or not, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care about pissing Pebble Beach off.
Well, I think
He's trying to make the caddies get more money, dude.
if
caddies, I'm hosting a webinar. That's July 17th.
I don't know any, but that's what they do. Theirs are just live events, and they're like, what do you guys call them? Activation events?
presentation, yeah,
Presentations.
Like it starts with the opportunity. Caddies, I've got the best opportunity of all time. It's
Right.
way better than caddying.
$200 tip that you're going to get.
And you don't have to do anything different than what you already do. Just talk to the people
Mhm.
Right.
that you do it for.
yeah. So I think it would. You guys will know better, but some clubs have restrictions for caddies probably not being able to approach their clients.
Not soliciting.
Right? Soliciting, right? But some clubs may be open to it. Some caddies are maybe more like a freelance caddies. They work in maybe different, clubs if they're not as busy. So there are probably some, ways. But once you get in there, and if they have enough incentive to get your clients every time they have.
If these
much
guys
money
made $2,000, they would be so freaking
Yeah.
hyped.
Yeah, or $1,000 and $500 and other partners of caddies that they brought on that they're making extra 100, 200, 300 every time it's sold. I'm sure many of them will be
Yeah, so
excited.
basically you
Yeah.
could do like 1,500 for their sales, and then anyone they get on top of that, they get $500 off of their downline.
Yeah, I mean, so if that's in that scenario, it's you're getting paid on yourself and one person you introduce.
Right.
If you build it, if you want the sales organization to be larger and have more depth, then you pay basically whatever the compensation is going to dictate.
How
the
do you
behavior.
track all this crap? That's like,
It's warm market. I mean, right? It's the caddies. Their friends are caddies.
no. I'm
Yeah.
saying like tracking their downlines. I got to just like build out some tech to track downline. There's got to be a downline software.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of onboarding system, pre-recorded presentations, onboarding trainings, setting up, you guys are the experts at it, setting up videos on how the compensation works, what's the sales pitch should be like, what product packages you're selling, and, and just, I travel a lot.
Dude,
but-
I'm running
yeah.
a caddy webinar.
Yeah.
I already decided. Like, I'm just thinking through and I'm just like, yeah, it's really not hard. You just do an hour webinar teaching them the pitch.
Yep.
They decide whether they want to sign up. They get instantly sent a link, and then they just send out their link.
Mhm.
That's it.
Like, I don't think it's even.
Yeah. You may not even have to start as building a downline like network, but just having them being able to refer you customers and getting a rep.
Yeah.
I think that alone, you could probably attract a lot of people, and maybe start with that and maybe add a second portion later if you see the need.
Do you have any caddy
Right.
buddies? You
Yeah.
just give them your link, and then you'll get $500 on anyone they sign up. Bro, these boys, they would get to work fast.
Yeah.
Because
It makes
caddies are
sense.
hustlers.
They are hustlers. Yeah. That's a good idea.
What if this ends up being way bigger than like Facebook ads? Like, I'm like, guys, we don't even need the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I got this caddy
Like
network.
700 caddies that are referring me leads every day.
Bro, it might happen.
Yeah.
I'm talking this through in my mind right now, and I'm like, why wouldn't it work?
With a good presentation, good compensation that makes sense, that drives them to have the right
money ain't the
behavior.
problem. Like, these guys
Right.
need to get bank for what they do.
And simple training support system, that continue, if it's a video recorded or onboarding process that you just provide for them so everybody stays the course on continuing to do the activities, and you have a recognition, and most of that you could do it on webinar, right? 99% of our meetings are done on Zoom.
I was about to ask that because you said everything's like face-to-face in sale, but like, do you recruit face-to-face or are you doing what I'm talking about?
We do most of our activities are online, so only the product demonstration, because it's skincare. A lot of people are doing it in small groups at spas and homes and offices. But outside of that, recruiting presentation, onboarding training, leadership training, weekly sales meetings, team meetings, all those are done on Zoom.
I'm going to do it.
How, like, do you know who your biggest like partners are and like how much they do?
Yeah, some of our top leaders, we have several of them, but we have some of the leaders in California. Steve, his organization sells about $10 million.
Wow.
But
A month?
A month.
Wow.
So
Wait. What did you say? How much?
His sales organization sells about $10 million a month.
Wow.
Now he's Korean American, but he was born and raised in New York. But he's a great marketer. He used to own a K-pop entertainment company. Used to bring in artists to do concerts in state. So he's been working with me for about 3 years. But he's built a great sales team. He does all his trainings online.
It's safe to say he's making 7 figures plus a year.
Yeah.
You need to find like golf influencers that will actually like promote it.
Yeah.
Come on trips.
But the influencers are limited. The caddies are underserved, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they
Everyone's pitching the influencers, and the influencers will want money up front.
right,
The caddies are like, bro, this is the best opportunity I've ever seen.
right. And if they move up to, as an example, let's just say you put certain tier, if they sell certain amount, they can move into certain leadership positions. And once they get into leadership
Bro,
positions,
head caddy.
Yeah, no, you know who you should pitch to? Golf coaches.
Golf coaches would be great. Too.
Yeah, because they got like they know the rich clients and
Yeah.
and once they get
Who
into
you fit.
leadership position, what you do is
You know what? Maybe I'll just do a golf professional instead of, hey, are you in the golf world of you're a coach, you're a caddy, you're a
greensman.
you're a landscaper.
You're a landscaper.
I don't care what you are.
You work the snack bar.
They're never going to let us in courses. They're going to be like,
Yeah.
you're selling that 19 crap again.
You come with a 19 hat, 19 shirt. Like, get the hell out of here, bro.
We hate you guys.
you get like 100,000.
The beverage girls, that's what they're called.
Oh, the beverage girls will be good too. Like, you guys know I love the game of golf, and that is why I started M19. It is a golf mastermind for entrepreneurs who are doing over 7 figures in their business and who want to go on bucket list golf trips together. We already have hundreds of members all across the country, and we've been to some of the best courses in the world, places like Pebble Beach, Pinehurst, Bandon Dunes, and many others. The course is the best place to do deals, make great relationships, and have fun. So go to mastermind19.com today. The cart girls are all wearing 19s.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm down with it.
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
And where you keep the people is having residual, right? The reason insurance and the guys that done well is one-time sale, they continue to make money. So if they do certain amount of volume, you move them into leadership rank. And it's not just the onboarding you're paying commission, but every time they go on the trip, that you pay a little bit of a commission.
Or their yearly dues.
Or yearly dues. Then now they're not just getting them on to be on M19. Now they're maintaining them and make sure they go on these trips and they keep the membership. And that's how they get residual commission, right? So I think if you add some of those features, probably keep the members long term. And you're creating a lot of value, right? I mean, you're giving them a lot of value. People are loving going on those trips. They're golfing with you. They're having fun. they're meeting other, they're networking with other entrepreneurs. Everybody loves it, and those are the best products to offer when there's so much value in the program and everybody loves to be part of it, and M19 is perfect for that.
Freak, dude.
He's like, I gotta go.
Is there anything else I
gotta write up this webinar?
I'm just like, now I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, what else needs to happen? So I just make ads for this. And then.
So you guys don't run ads though, right?
No, we don't.
You don't run ads to recruit either.
No.
I would do that because I'm not going to like.
Because I mean, you have the audience, right?
Yeah.
And so some of our sellers, after our brand was established in States, now we have some makeup artists and skincare, beauty influencers with million followers. They want to sell our product,
they
right?
Kill
because
it.
And they're killing it, and they're running ads, right? They run social media ads on their own personal account, right? And they're selling six-figure, multi-six-figure just from their Instagram account with interactions with customers that they're running ads from. So for sure, I think with your reach, and you have so many golf-related workers or fans, that want to be part of it. I think it's a great starting. And
dude, you know who would also be good for this? I get hit up all the time by these minor league golfers and, even college golfers trying to make money.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What the heck? That's random.
Well, and also too, I get hit up by like mini golf influencers.
Yeah.
And they're just like, dude, can I think I could add value to the group. And I'm like, well, you can't
promote it.
Yeah, like you can promoting it.
Yeah.
But
like if you sell one, you can come to the trip and then make a show out of it.
Yeah. Lots of golf coaches. Dude, yeah, freak. I've been sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah, if they could sell for you, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
And like I said, your ads, Facebook ads, you spend money first with the predicted, hoping that you will return the sales. I mean, in this model, you only spend money when the sales is complete.
Okay, next question. So this is now about me. So let's say I sign up all these people to become affiliates, right? And, you still got to like train them and maintain them. How do I do that? They're everywhere.
Yeah. So definitely onboarding training and consistent training is what keeps the organization. I would start off with a very brief 30-minute onboarding training, teaching them exactly what to learn first, what to do first, right? And give them some clear items, action items with goals, which you're already expert in with your sales team here anyways. But with that, having consistent recognition events is what keeps the part-timers going, right? When it's a hard quota sales organization, if they don't meet those quotas, they're out, right? In direct sales and affiliate programs, you want to keep everybody. It doesn't matter if they're producing you one sale.
Yeah, if this guy gets me one sale a year.
Exactly. You want to keep everybody. And it's a little different approach of you want a lot of people doing a little bit. With few people doing a lot, right? So to keep that going, having that consistent, I would start off with weekly training.
So here's another question I just thought about, because most network marketing organizations have them pay a fee to join the organization. Should I make these guys pay a fee to join?
Well, there are regulations about, fee just to join the business. FTC has some regulations around that, so I would not recommend having high fee if you're considering a fee. I think you could have different requirements than a fee.
Like
he's like, don't do a fee. Yeah, pretty much.
Just because it opens up the door of
you can go to jail.
Trouble. Especially if it's you have to actually give them enough value. So I mean, we charge $20, but
that's $20.
$20, but it's
an admin fee.
Yeah. And
business
because
cards.
you're giving them their link type of a website, right? So if you get your own name, username, dot, whatever the company name is.
I was just thinking too, like to get the serious people, right? Because it's like, if anyone signs up, like you have no skin in the game and it might liquidate ad spend too to get these people to sign up for. the opportunity.
So a lot of companies used to do it. They used to charge $500 or
Yeah.
$200 just to join the business, or pay like $50, $60 a month licensing fee just to do it. But a lot of them had to shy away from it. They started getting in trouble.
The FTC popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with it? I don't get it.
Well,
Charging fees
False
for that.
promises of what's possible by
Yeah.
joining.
yeah,
Probably.
plus not delivering value. It's not tangible value for them in their opinion. So that's why a lot of them ended up getting in trouble. So they stopped charging, or they charge very little fee just to separate, the people that's going to waste time or versus that's going to make a commitment. Obviously, $20 is nothing.
Right.
But after that, we recommend them to, buy products and stuff. And that's what you monitor, right? So you could have additional milestones that they have to do to see who's serious. And you don't have to, here's what's exciting about if you enter building a sales organization like that. You don't have to give all the commission upfront to the entry level people, right? So you could set milestones where they could get promoted. They do certain amount of volume, they unlock higher percentage commission, and you have milestones like that. So you're not
My first guys are getting $1,000.
Yeah, you're not wasting all the money to people that are not serious. And you have everybody joining the program with the clear goal. Hey, I need to hurry up and get 10 customers, 20 customers, 30 customers. I need to generate 50,000 or 100,000 in sales so I could unlock higher portion of the compensation and have more skin in the game. And that's how you source. So instead of getting in or out with high hurdle for them to go over, it's just get everybody in and let them go through the milestone.
Whoever makes it,
whoever makes it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to run ads to the whole golf professional world. I'm going to say, hey, you looking for an opportunity to the people you're already talking to and networking with? If you're a caddy, doing this. If you're a sales pro, doing this. If you're a coach, doing this. How would you like to make, I don't know if I can say 1,000 or something, the FTC, but just, make some extra money on those people by giving them a new opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they sign up. I have like a VSL just explaining what M19 is and how they can start referring people. And all they have to do is just get people to fill out a form. They don't even have to sell them.
Yep.
And then they can make commission. And then they can start even referring their friends and other caddies and professionals. And bro, we're gonna infiltrate the clubs even harder because, because like people already know about it just because we run so many ads now. And it's like, we went to Pebble Beach and literally people joined while we were at Pebble Beach.
Oh, wow.
Like random people there because they were like, dude, we just see everyone with these 19s. What the heck is this?
Yeah.
And we're like,
yeah. Could you have like a party there or no? Like with booths and stuff like that. And then like
we do it already. So like when we do our events, people, or Tiffany gets the booth out because all of our members are going there to get like their stuff. And then people walk by. They're like, what's this? We're like, oh, it's this.
She needs to sell them.
Well, she don't want to sell them, but
she could sell them.
I know she could, but she
needs to set them.
Yeah, she should set them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But just like solar and just like the insurance, just like the home security, like Jeremy was doing, they have the initial sales and they have the closers.
That's what Jeremy was selling was home security.
Yeah, Vivint.
Oh, that's right. He was in Vivint.
Yeah, he was the main trainer, for Vivint. Yeah.
We had David Royce on, who sold, what was it called? Aptiv? He sold like for, what did he say? Like $500 million to Terminex?
Yeah, I sold it a few times.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah. Vivint, I mean, they were one of the fastest growing home security company, and Jeremy was the main trainer there.
Wow.
And,
he was like you for them.
For them, yeah. And we, company I was with, the telecom company, we ended up partnering with Vivint, and we used to sell their products for many years. And it was the same thing. We sold the initial lead, and if the closer, Vivint side closer closes the deal and installs, then after that you got commission. But we sent them leads, right?
So you generated your own leads to sell something different?
No, their product. We were selling their product.
You were selling their product.
Just affiliating.
Yep. And that's where DirecTV, this network, old
that's all they
school,
do too.
Yeah, they have all these either direct sales or corporations. All they do is just send them leads, and we're making sale just like M19 would. The salesperson will give them the lead, and when it closes, then you just pay commission. And we've done that for, in my career, we've done that for home security companies, Verizon, T-Mobile, Dish Network, or even in Korea, payment processing. I mean, all you're doing is sending them leads, and when the deal closes, you get commission.
Got it.
So they actually love channels like that because you're not spending any money upfront.
I know. I freaking love it too.
Yeah.
What's your like biggest bottleneck right now? Like what's stopping you guys from going from 400 million to 800 million?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, anytime we expand into new market, the regulation, setup, 3PL, logistic of shipping, registering products, it's quite a bit of nightmare, So right now, between last month and this month, we're launching Italy, Spain, Chile, Colombia, Peru, right? So,
so you do everything outside of Korea, not just the United States.
Correct. Yeah.
Dang.
So, and that's why I travel a lot, like I'm usually traveling 5 to 10 countries a month.
Whoa.
So when you go to Italy, what do you do exactly? So just say you fly to Italy.
When I go,
do you already have a leader in mind there? Are you looking for leaders in mind?
No, we wouldn't launch a market unless I already have a couple individuals that I could work with to launch a market with, right? So without having local leadership, it's not worth launching.
Are you looking for guys like Jeremy or whoever who've like had tons of experience in this industry, who've already done it?
In a new market that I'm not going to be full-time building it? Yes, absolutely. So, we launched United Kingdom, we launched Italy, Spain. They're all experienced salespeople, not skincare, not Korean skincare, but they're experienced salespeople and leaders
in building
that
teams.
Build teams. And that's how we connected with them, and that's how we started developing them.
Who's the biggest like network marketing companies in the world that people don't even realize that's how they're getting customers?
Well, Amway is the largest.
We were just talking about Amway on the last episode.
Right. So they're $8 to $10 billion a year company, right? They've been around
They've been doing the same sales pitch for 50 years.
Yeah, longer. I think almost 70 years now, right?
Dang.
And Herbalife, right? Herbalife.
Herbalife,
obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo is their model. And now I think they're technically a partner for their online selling recently. They made a new partnership with Cristiano Ronaldo. So Herbalife sells billions of dollars.
That's incredible.
Shake. Obviously, Primerica, which is the L. Williams, where, Ed and, Patrick Bet-David, they're all from that insurance space.
Yeah.
There are some other big ones.
I was joking on the last pod because the guy got pitched by Amway. That's how he got into real estate and stuff. And I was like, I just wonder how long that one couple that, retired. It's like the same story they always use at Amway.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's this couple that retired when they were like 27. I gotta tell you about this opportunity. It's the same pitch. I'm like, dude, they've been using that pitch for 50 years. That couple's dead.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think there's a lot that came out of the network marketing direct sales training space. And a lot of people got into real estate, insurance, and
you end up just selling something at the end of the day.
Because I don't want to started their sales career in there.
Yeah.
Right. Because maybe they were studying engineering, right? Maybe they were starting, and like I was saying earlier, a lot of times when you get invited to network marketing presentation, you were not looking for a sales job.
Yeah.
It was just your friend or family
you got tricked,
right? And you just went. And now your eyes are open to entrepreneurship, like actually earning percentage of the sales you make instead of having set hourly wage or, set, salary.
So are your products in stores or no? Or is it only online?
No, we only sell it through our...
Why don't you guys try to get into Sprouts or like other stores like that?
Well, we get pitched all the time, but company doesn't do it because you're competing.
You'll compete with your sales reps.
But so what? The company's still selling more.
You'll lose all your sales reps. They'll sell...
The reason they stay to sell is because they feel like they are the distribution channel, for the brand.
Wow.
Yeah, because think about it. If they just start selling at Sprouts, the person's like, oh, why I got to buy it through you? I can just buy it at Sprouts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now salespeople, they talk to their friend. They didn't buy it then, but they go into a store and they see it, they buy it there.
Yeah.
It's not connected to them. Right?
Interesting. What about how much do you guys want to grow in the United States right now?
Well,
how much is that 400 million was in the United States?
Out of 400 million, because we've been here the longest, 3
Yeah.
years, I say about 170 million, 160 million.
Gosh, in 3 years?
Yeah, in 3 years.
Wow.
Half the
That's
reps are probably here
incredible.
Then
Yeah, because
That's,
we launched US 3 years ago. We launched Taiwan 2 years ago, and Hong Kong year and a half ago. So even though we're 16 countries, rest of the countries, the other
They
12,
just
13
started.
countries, we literally just started last few months.
that's crazy.
Now that we have strong enough foundation and system and processes built, we're just adding countries, literally 2-3 countries per month right now.
It makes me feel like I suck at business because they
No,
did 60 million a year average
guys have
selling
the
shampoo. I do 100K a month feeling like I'm doing something.
I know.
Bro, that's a lot of shampoo.
I know the last like 2 months, him and I have we've been interviewing some like big people and different things. And I'm like, we suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are the experts. I mean, we're all learning.
Yeah, we're the
You did
experts.
600 million. You did 60. You averaged $60 million the last 3 years just in the United States.
But it's
You can't even figure out a wholesale in Las Vegas, and I live here. I've been trying to open this
I do
market for 2
think
months.
selling consumer goods is way easier because
It
like it's just
Yeah.
people buy it.
it's a
Maybe I'll sign up and try.
Well, we just partnered with Dad Built. Like that's going to be my first taste at just selling like a physical product that just
yeah.
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, it's a average product cost is $30 to $60, right? So it's not a I got to go home and think about it 3 days, and
Like I'll buy it.
you know, it's a 10-minute discussion, and people are making decisions.
Yeah, Brian, you're not
Right.
trying to take my life savings.
Yeah. Right?
You're gonna lowball me.
But I
200 grand.
I just couldn't imagine pitching someone on like shampoo. Like, hey, like,
Right.
or I'm sorry, it's not shampoo. I'm so sorry, it's not shampoo.
Yeah, no,
Like, is that
no,
We do
like
have shampoo.
shampoo.
We do have
Okay,
shampoo.
shampoo.
We do have skincare and
skincare?
yeah.
Got it.
But yeah, but I would say
Is your
there-
average
there are
rep
two
a
types of
woman?
people. I said
Woman?
there are more women.
There's
You know,
more
but there are two types of people that join an organization like this. So you have business minded; they're strictly coming to build business and make money.
Hell yeah.
And I
They've
would
been
say,
in this industry before with network
or
marketing.
not, right? You know, even if they've never done direct sales or network marketing or building sales organization, they see it as an opportunity. Right?
Right.
Like,
Mhm.
okay, I see K-beauty industry is growing. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a hot industry. It's an easy product to talk about. There's a high commission at stake. I want to come make money here.
Yeah.
Right? So there's probably 10 or 20% of the people are coming in for the opportunity.
Yeah.
80 to 90% of the people that are coming they love the products.
Interesting.
You know, and when they love the products, especially the ladies, they talk about it anyways. Even if they don't get paid, they talk about it anyways. I mean,
Right.
you know, I tell people all the time, it's like if I just watched the movie Michael. I don't know if you guys saw it, Michael Jackson movie.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's incredible.
Is it?
So I watched it, and of course I enjoyed the movie. So of course I'm telling my friends about it.
Yeah.
That's word of mouth advertising. And when they go watch it, you don't get paid because it's not my movie.
Yeah.
You know, I have some favorite restaurants in town. I tell my friends about it all the time. I bring my friends there to eat there all the time. I don't get paid, but that's word of mouth advertising, which is the best form of advertising if you could get it because they actually like the product.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I
know.
realized? I need to hire like a guy like you.
Yeah. I need to go affiliate PXG. Do you know what PXG?
Not with your game.
Do you know what PXG is?
They're golf
The
clubs.
golf club.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they go so far.
No, but like because I have all these products in all my suite of businesses, and everything has just been the anti-direct selling. It's just
Yeah.
me doing ads and content, and it's all me. And I'm just like, dude, if I had a guy who came from your world and they had this catalog of products that they could go out and just bang out, I'm like, dude. And it cost me nothing where I'm just like, bro, get after it and whatever happens, happens,
Yeah.
Well, maybe after this podcast go live, there are some people from the space. A lot of my colleagues and the network and audience, they come from that space. Maybe they'll watch it and they'll reach out.
I will make you the president. Okay. The president of my direct sales organization that does not exist yet.
No interview.
Bro, you're in.
Yeah.
You speak Korean?
Yeah. You're Filipino and you speak English.
Or Mexican.
Yeah, or Mexican.
That's Carlos.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's funny.
That is funny.
Yeah.
What do you think about so what's like the future? Like, what are you trying to take this business to? Are you trying to like grow it? And
Are you guys going to exit? Like, what's the deal?
Well, the company owner, it's owned by chairman. He's the 90% plus owner, and he's passionate about the heritage and the products. I mean, you talk to him, it doesn't matter what we start the conversation with. Within 5 minutes, we're talking about the products. Like, he is genuinely passionate about the product. So for me, it's kind of important because in the direct sales model, if the owner is planning to exit, then there's no long-term future, right? So I'm glad that that's his passion. He's always spending time making products. Now, as a sales goal for me, as a business person, I see tremendous opportunity in Korean skincare industry between now until 2030. I'll just give you an example. It's a very unique situation that K-beauty market's in, because if someone comes to us and say, hey, who makes the best cars? Somebody may say
Tesla.
Tesla, or
Mercedes.
Japan, or Italy, Germany, or whatever it may be. And if someone asks the question, what brand makes the best cars? Then they may say Tesla, or Mercedes, BMW, Toyota, or whatever the brand may be. It's not right or wrong answer, but everybody has an opinion. Korean skincare it's new enough. It's pretty unique, because when someone says, who makes the best skincare? Today, most of the consumers are saying Korean skincare is the best. But if you ask them what brand in Korean skincare is the best,
no clue.
Nobody could answer. They're just buying whatever they're seeing on TikTok. They're buying whatever they're seeing at Ulta or Sephora. So that window is very short. I believe between now, that's what everybody says, right? So between now until next 3, 4, 5 years, I believe there is a window where people don't know which brand to get, but they just know that it's good. So people are just trying whatever brand. But I think within the next 3, 4, 5 years, everybody's going to have an opinion, just like everything else.
There'll be brand dominance, like all the other stuff.
Do you guys crush on TikTok? I feel like it would work on TikTok.
We haven't done anything on TikTok. Everything up to this point has been on word of mouth advertising. However, we got a pretty aggressive plans for next 3, 4 years. So goal is to take the company to $5 billion a year annual sales company by 2030. So I got a roadmap to open up 50 countries by 2030.
I'm trying to get 1,000 caddies by 2020. I swear, dude. I'm by
the end of 2026.
Yeah, I'm like hyped to go get 1,000 caddies.
Yeah.
Right? And we start.
And I'm gonna change their life, dude. These caddies about to make bank, dude.
You started in United States, but it's your model, M19 model, would work in other countries and everywhere. And once you tap into a couple, key markets with business people that are, they have the personality and interest like you, and they want to hang out with you, and they want to network together with global entrepreneurs, it will explode everywhere. And
I wonder
Koreans
if you do local awards, like a Las Vegas award, and
well, we're already doing that. That's on the plan. But that's literally what Brad Sugars was telling us about. We had a call with this, or we had a podcast with Brad. We'll link to it down below for everyone. But it was one of the most impactful podcasts him and I ever did, because he built this company called Action Coach to $2.6 billion in revenue. He was one of the original gurus before it was a thing. And he goes, Ryan, the reason that we scaled is because I partnered up with all of these other people and operators who did the selling for us. And he didn't say it in these words, but he was like, we have 1,100 offices in 80 countries. And he's like, you're just not thinking globally enough or partnering with other people who can go evangelize for you. You're just the one always doing it all yourself. He's like, give everyone else a piece of the pie to go spread it out. And I was like, I just have never done that, but I should. And now you're saying it, and I think it's just confirmation for me of like, all right, that's like the next key to this unlock.
To scale, right?
Yeah.
It's like, because there's limitation on what one person could do. Even though, yes, on social media, you could reach more, but at the end of the day, when it comes into the funnel, if it's just from set amount of salespeople that are closing the deal and making the connection, then there's always a limitation. So to scale, we just need a lot of people doing a little bit.
And I think it's like the first time I've also really had a product where it's like possible to do that, like with any average Joe every day to like be able to go. Because, I guess, we've done it in like his real estate business in mind. It's like, hey, if you got a deal, send it to us and we'll kick you a referral fee. Like that's a form of it. But how often are people finding deals? Like that requires them to go find deals. Whereas I'm giving you a product that you can go sell, and you're already with people who buy this product.
Right.
You're a caddy at Pebble Beach. Rich people are going there who would buy this product. You're already interacting with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like, it makes too much sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And some of the members, if they introduce few other members, them having perks as a membership, that's a customer to customer referral, right?
Yeah. And we do
You know,
that.
Yeah.
And we've had that. And I actually just launched a member referral like initiative for 30 days where I'm giving them like tiers and bonuses, and the top referrer gets to come on this podcast. And we're going to Shadow Creek for the top 3 referrers. So I'm like, I was already kind of thinking through like, dude, I'm just not using all the means available to me. Dang.
Well, no one markets better than you. And no one understands the speed of execution in business as as well as you do. So I mean, you adding that to what you've already done with M19 in short few months of time,
Yeah.
which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
No one has done that in the golf space.
No.
And to now scale that with all these golf related professionals or caddies or minor players or just people that love golf and they have friends they golf with all the time, and they're thinking, hey, instead of me just joining M19, I should be selling this package and get all my friends to also go on these trips with me. And you get some of those guys involved and they start making great money and becomes a career for them, and they're sharing their own testimonies. And
well, the problem is these M19 guys are too rich. They're not looking for a career. They're doing 10 million a year on average. So like for them, the referral is like, it's hard to get them excited about the money side of it. It's like,
makes sense.
But
the caddies and
the caddies, that's a life-changing opportunity for those guys.
Makes sense. Yeah.
What about like, what is your struggle right now? Like, what are you trying to figure out for yourself?
Well, it's to scale more and scale better, because we're onboarding thousands and thousands of people every single week into the business, right? In multiple languages, multiple cultures. When we're launching United States, I got to focus on United States just 1 year.
Yeah.
Before I expanded into Taiwan. When I opened up Taiwan, I went there every month, for about a year, developing leadership and establishing successful 60 million a year business out of there.
Yeah.
But now that I'm launching 3, countries a month, right? I'm not physically as available. So a lot of things that I used to do in person or even on Zoom, but me physically doing it, now I'm trying to automate things, right? So we started Leadership Academy, once a month program. I'm doing it live now, but I'm creating all these training modules. So next year we could turn it into work with AI this year to make it automated next year. So when people hit certain sales milestone, they go through these programs that I've done that AI is helping to enhance and simplify and actually automate it next year so we could scale better.
What would you do from my point of view with just getting started? We don't need all these fancy, crazy things at the moment. Like, whether we go 1 layer or 2 layers deep right now and just very basic. What would you do? Like, do I need to create like a course to onboard them? Do I need to just do weekly calls with them? And when I say not me, but whoever's gonna
right. Yeah, I would say number 1, design a very attractive compensation for them to sell, for them to recruit, and for them to make sure that they help the person they recruit to also sell, right? So designing attractive compensation is going to be the first part. After that, it's a proper onboarding process. So onboarding is presentation, initial pitch, right? So if there's a short pitch on getting them interested to watch the presentation that will explain the product and the business and the compensation. And after that, having an onboarding training, that gives them the first maybe 3-4 steps of what they have to learn to onboard and actually become a sales agent, for M19. And after that is, just a community of keeping the salespeople that come through the program to stick around and actually stay productive and make sure they're doing the right activities consistently, right? Because it's not about just recruiting them. I tell people all the time, recruiting them is important. Closing to get them in is important, but what's more important is getting them to do the right activities. If they don't work, then there's no sales, right? So making sure that there's a simple training process right after that with the community where at least once a week or once a month, they're getting together on Zoom or webinar or whatever the case may be, with full of announcement, recognition, promotions, and a little bit of training, inspiring messages in there, so the community gets developed.
Yeah.
I think that's all you need to get it started.
So what about, I guess, because like from my point of view, it's not like they can direct sell it like skincare or even like these solar guys, they sell them right then and there, right? These guys are really just lead generators, because still we have to take them through the
Right.
interview process and
Right.
make sure we even want the people
Right.
they recommended. And then my sales guy would be the one who finally sells it and, whatever, right? So I guess you wouldn't pay as much, but I guess to your point, I'm going to just pay them what I pay normally for marketing. Why not? If I'm used to paying $2,000 for a customer,
Yeah.
chop that up.
Yeah, I would structure it in a way where, you have some for the person that's selling at the entry level. If they are high performance, definitely pay them more, but also getting either one or two layers, but also save some for promotions and bonuses, as a pool, for the
Mhm.
team, or
They're downline.
yeah, and we do, most of direct sales companies that I know, they have good retreat programs. Once a year, they work hard, they make money,
Yeah.
and you take them on these trips, right? So you want to calculate all that, right? So also you got to leave some room. When you have a large organization, now you got to run some events, right? So if it's a once a
Hey, I hope you're enjoying this episode, but how would you like to be the one that I'm interviewing on this show? I'm looking for entrepreneurs who've got a great message to share, who have an inspiring story, and who can add value to the audience. So submit by going to wealthyway.com.
year, twice a year,
These,
some events.
bro, me and these caddies are just chilling on the beach. We're on a cruise.
So like in 2 weeks, we have over 400 people. This is North America last year performance retreat going to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we pay for all inclusive.
But you guys pay out 50% of every product sell.
Correct.
Plus there's the cost of goods.
Of course.
Plus there's
and
profit.
the operation.
And you guys are paying for their, like, how much margin does that leave for the company?
Depends on companies, but most direct sales companies that's operating with good quality product, they're probably shooting for between 7 to 10%
Margin.
Still good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you sell 400 million and
Yeah.
$10 million or $40 million,
Yeah.
we'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And goal is to take it to 5 billion by 2030.
That's netting 500 million.
Wow. That's impressive.
Okay, so I need to build that, take them on a cruise.
They could just come to the trips.
No. They're two different avatars. Like the trip is the actual client, the member of M19. They're not hanging out with caddies. They're two totally different people.
It's true.
One is like very sophisticated and like very down to business, and then the other's just getting nuts.
Yeah.
Hustling.
Oh, bro, caddies. I've had a lot of them. They've had a hard life, many of them.
But many of them are motivated, hardworking. Sure. They just lack opportunity.
For sure.
I mean, really, that's the
how else would you make money as a caddy other than your tip?
Exactly.
Now you got a product to sell every day. You're a caddy,
and there's no residual benefit of what it's every day. What they work is what they made, right? As a tip. So if they could actually build customer base, and they're maintaining those customer relationship, and they have something to look forward to when they pay the annual renewal. When they go on the next trip, they're getting, even if it's $100 or whatever it may be,
right?
It's it could be exciting, and they start doing the math. If I could sell 100 people on these packages, and if they renew every year, now I have a set income that will come from 100 people renewing every year, and every day as I sell, I'm adding on top of my customer base. It's not every day just going to work for a certain amount of a few $100s every day.
How many people you think my top caddy could sell? Freak, I'm even thinking, I don't know.
A lot.
I mean, it's such an attractive product, right? It's like M19 is an attractive product. Anybody that likes golf, anybody that wants to go travel with and have an excuse and a legitimate reason,
a tax write-off,
go on trips with other entrepreneurs and hang out with you guys. It's an attractive product, right? And you're covering it's a package that includes an incredible experience in golfing in beautiful places that they may never go on their own, right? So it's such an attractive product. If some few people crack the code and start selling it good, I mean, I think it's possible for people to start closing 5, 10, 20, 30 deals a month. You know, I mean, you know, in a year, if they're selling 200, 300.
Yeah.
Can you imagine this caddy making 60 G's a month?
Recurring.
Right? I mean,
It's pretty good.
you know, I mean, if they're making a few hundred or thousand, if their top performers are literally making $1,000, $2,000.
I'm going to get all these guys out of insurance, and I'm like, nah, bro, I guess I'm way better.
Well, there are a lot of good trained up salespeople that are looking for opportunities right now, especially from solar.
Yeah.
Because a lot of solar companies closed last year, and they're good door-to-door solar guys are good salespeople.
Yeah.
I mean, they've gone through some hard trainings, right?
The problem, it's like, my target is people who are in the golf industry every day.
Yeah.
Because the door-to-door, they ain't going to matter for this.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
But it makes their sale even easier since they're already in the industry.
Right.
It's just customers come to the shop every day.
Right.
As a caddy or as a rep or a cashier.
Yeah.
Right.
A cashier?
Freaking sell them all.
It could be very exciting.
Damn.
M19 could truly become the largest golf club
in the world.
You gotta look
community called in the world.
I'm gonna point back to this episode. So I'm like an old man. I'm like, so I talked to Danny one day and I was inspired. I was thinking about it, but he brought it up, and this caddy became the president of the organization. I made $10 million as a caddy.
That's crazy.
That'll be life-changing.
That would be huge.
Yeah.
But to your point, the opportunity's there.
Yeah. I think here's what I love about the whole network marketing industry, what it stands for. It's giving average people an above average chance. There are so many hardworking people, you know, doing whatever, right? It could be at a restaurant, it could be at a hotel, it could be caddying, and they just don't have an opportunity. I mean, I used to work at Starbucks, and I opened New York Hotel Starbucks back in 2002, right?
Oh,
but
wow.
I look back, I was 4 a.m. to 12 o'clock shift. I mean, I went to work at 3 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
And went to school in the afternoon, right? I worked hard.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter how hard I worked, right? I was never going to make more than $8.50 an hour. So there are so many people, they don't lack ambition. You know, they don't lack work ethic. They just lack opportunity. So especially people that love golf, already working in the golf industry, and many players, you know, just like baseball, right? Many people wanted to become a professional golfer. They never made it. You know, they were good, but not good enough. But they're in the community. All their friends are golf-related people, and now you could give them an opportunity to make money with what they love.
I freaking love this. You know what's funny is we had Chandler David Smith on. He he built a great sales organization with Aptiv, and he basically said that's what he used his YouTube channel for. He was like, if they wanted, because I don't even remember if he even had like a coaching program or anything, but basically
he currently does.
Yeah. But back then when he was building his sales organization, I'm pretty sure he was like, look, anyone who came in that didn't want to like invest in real estate, but was like, hey, Chandler, how can I make money? He was like, here's how you make money. Become a sales rep.
Yeah.
You know? And for us, we've always been like, oh, you want to make money? Like, learn to wholesale. We'll teach you how to wholesale. But it's like, you know, most people aren't going to do that.
No.
But it's like, you have this opportunity selling your friends who golf, and you're already in the golf space. It's very freaking easy. You don't even have to sell. You just literally get them to fill out the app.
Yeah.
Like, just tell them enough. I think our training would be even less than needed for other stuff where they actually are selling hardcore, like solar for sure, or something like high ticket. It's like,
right,
bro, just give them enough information about it and let our team handle the rest.
Yeah. Makes sense. And to your point, the members, you know, they're not interested in making money. So members, when they want to refer friends, you know, they're making whoever their introduction person was, Caddy.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be the one explaining.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, talk to my guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, he or she explains for them, and they're sending an even better quality lead.
Yeah.
Leads, you know, then it should be easier for the sales guys to close too, because they're warm market leads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do people join your guys if they don't want to sell golf memberships?
Yeah.
Because I'm claiming all the golfers. So what about like all the moms and people who don't want to?
Yeah.
You know.
Our company is called Riman. Riman.
How do you spell that?
Riman.
Okay. Riman.
So
I'm going to ask Mindy if she's ever used it.
So Riman.com is our company website. If they want to reach out to me or, anybody they see on social media that's, Riman influencers or distributors, then, we could connect them. Yeah.
Cool.
Beautiful.
We'll do that. Well, bro, I appreciate it. This has been super insightful. Opened up my mind to new possibilities and, excited to freaking see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you having me on. If there's anything I could do to help, I'm here. And I love seeing local entrepreneurs doing incredible things, especially, with serving the Lord, promoting and really living by example of what, Christian entrepreneurs should be doing. And I really appreciate who you guys are and what you guys stand for. And thanks for having me.
Yeah. Yeah. And shout out to Austin Boyd for introducing us. And, I think we were talking about it. You said you knew Austin since he was like 7 years old in the little Korean church.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I was like, you guys let white guys in there?
They were the only white family in the church. They were renting from the Korean church. And, his father was my youth pastor, so I appreciate that. Another funny story, Austin's wife, Jessica, when she was in her mom's stomach, her mom used to pick up my wife when she was in middle school to go to that Korean church.
Wow.
So like we've known Jessica since before she was born.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have
That's
a long
crazy.
history with Austin and Jessica. Yeah, they're a great couple, great family, and they do a lot for the community. We really appreciate them.
Yeah. Cool. Well, guys, if you like this episode, real business owners, real entrepreneurs making it happen that you may have never heard of, you're going to be seeing a lot more of this here soon. So make sure you're subscribed and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching the last episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure you catch the next episode that's playing right now.